Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James 13 Wicca in case you're seeing it somewhere else. The dice and decks I'm using are listed below. Other than that, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's also below. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into your choice. Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Taurus? Oh, we like that. Okay. So the cards, well, none of them are bad. Not all of them are compatible. So they're not all bad. None of them are bad, actually, but they're not all compatible. So let's see what we're... But the thing is, whatever's going on here might be going to your benefit. Maybe a little bit more than expected. What is this stemming from? I feel like it's a document. Doesn't have to be a document, but some type of like, I feel like I'm reading something about how things are going to be going, what to expect. It's almost like, it feels like a document. It doesn't have to be, but it's like, it's almost like saying in this pie, these are the things in this pie. And this is what to expect. Like if you have any allergies or know anybody with allergies with these things, they should not have these. This pie is not for them or you if you are allergic to it. So this is how it seems to start, which it almost feels like, oh, okay, that's a moment, that's fine. If I or anybody I know can't have that, I'm aware of that. I'll just be like, hey, don't eat that because of this, or I won't eat that because of this. However it needs to go. I'm looking a little deeper into this because I don't feel like I expected this to keep going. This is just kind of like, oh, I thought that was a moment, and that's fine. That's how that's going to go, and that's fine. I just don't feel like I overinvested with it. And I keep looking at it, even currently, kind of like, that's somebody else's story. That's not my story. Okay. The energy is coming more your way, and I feel like this reading, if it starts really hitting, they just want to give you a heads up, like this is going to become more of your story, even though currently it seems like you're on the outside, or like that's not my story, that was a moment, that's fine. It's coming more into your story, and they're saying the sooner you're aware of it, you can keep an eye on it, and it'll give you more of a viewpoint to like decide what's going to happen and what will not happen. The sooner you're engaged with it and you see it coming, you can be like, all right, let me pay attention because I didn't think that was my story, but if it could be later, I need to pay attention a little closer so I know what's happening over here, so that like if I get thrown into this later, I'll have something to stand on, something to make a decision from. It's not bad. But this is one of those things where the cards aren't compatible. They're not bad, but they're not compatible. There's this very light communication, this very like, oh, you could help with that if we needed, right? Well, yeah, but that's not really my thing. Okay, but you would if we really needed you to. Yeah, why are you saying that? No, I'm just saying. We just good to know we have backups. Oh, okay. Yeah. Writings on the wall. I'm just saying. They're because you're dependable. You guys are known for quality and dependability. That's Taurus. That's my opinion of Taurus anyway. I'm a Pisces. Taurus is known for quality and dependability. And they're kind of looking at you like, we should get Taurus involved in this because this will go a lot better and it will be stable and we can depend on it. I get that page energy here, the Page of Swords, I feel like there's a little bit of like, especially when you have the Justice card here, A little bit of wheeling and dealing, a little bit of political spice going on here. This does talk about Libra energy sometimes. This is very communicative energy. Very much like, how do we fix this? How do we make this go better? How do we balance this better? There's a very positive energy where they're like, I feel like we're kind of pulling you in, whoever we are. And I feel like I still think, well, this is how it's just going for now. That's fine. That's okay. I don't want to say it in a negative way, but I do feel like you're kind of getting set up to be doing more. I do feel like I feel like there's a setup. I don't want to say it that way, but that's what I'm kind of getting. I think they fully well know that they want you to be a part of this. They're just trying to find a diplomatic way to kind of suck you into it. Which, if this reading is hitting and that's not something you want, they're saying heads up, heads up, and find a way to get out of it sooner rather than later. This could be a heads up. It could be, because what I get is this card, the Temperance card. It can be a very random energy, very positive energy, very inclusive. But there's going to be something that kind of pulls you into something. You don't have to do this. Whatever this is, again, this is why we're trying to get this energy out here earlier. You can kind of see it happening, see it coming your way, and you can decide what would work best for you. Is this something you want to be more your thing? Or is this, again, from the very beginning, I keep looking at this like, well, this isn't my story. So that's fine. It's good to know. It's good to be aware, but this isn't my story. If you don't want this to be your story, you don't need this to be. The easiest way to decide where you want to go with this, where does your heart lie? Does this situation really, does it call to you? Do you feel like you really want to? Or would you do this more out of obligation? Would you do this more out of somebody else wants me to do it? Where's your heart on this one? This could be one of those things where when they try to pull you in or try to get you to do more, you set a boundary, kind of like, all right, you need this next Thursday. I'm just setting the stage for you. Next Thursday is the only day I can do it. I can't do it after that. This isn't something I can do every Thursday. I can do this next Thursday for you, but that's going to be it. Setting boundaries, however those boundaries are appropriate for you, of course. The connections will still stay positive. Things will keep moving forward, but it's kind of like, if that's all you want, let that happen and then move into the next part of your story. I feel like that's a big part of this. Trying to give you a heads up. Where do you want your story to go? I don't want to say it's manipulative, but I don't like how it feels, because I do feel like people are trying to pull you into something that you're not really choosing readily. You're just kind of getting sucked into it, and you're seeing the need, and you're very responsible, and you're trying to make sure it gets done right, and before you know it, you're knee-deep in something, and then it's like, well, I guess I'm knee-deep so far. I might as well finish it out. I've gone this far. I might as well see it through to completion. You have other things in your life that could bring you more happiness. You don't have to do this. You can, if that's your business. I mean, if that's what you want, it's totally your business. This is about you deciding what's right for you. They're just trying to give you a heads up. Before this happens, step back, make sure this is something you want to happen. Because whatever is coming in next is not going to be a short-term commitment. It's probably going to take up a few years of your life. I keep getting years, and they're pushing that. You're going to be in this for years. Not a couple weeks, not a couple months, but years. If you want that, cool. If there's other things you'd rather have in your life than whatever this situation is, set that boundary. Don't let that happen. There's nothing to feel bad about here. You're meant to have choice. You're meant to decide how you want your life to go, not for other people to decide how they want your life to go. And even though I know Taurus is a very strong leader, the sense of responsibility and quality can really suck you into something, especially if you care about the people involved. I feel like, is there anything else? Because I also get there's an option here. Because I know this is a big thing with Taurus. I don't want, if it's going to fail if I don't do it, and you care about the situation and or people, that could be it could be very hard to not just do what other people want, because you're like, well, I care about the people, and if I don't do it, it's not going to work. You can teach somebody else to do this. That could be an option here. You need me to do this next Thursday only. And then after that, I can try to, I can help somebody a little bit, but you got an hour on Wednesday night. That's all I can give you. I can talk to you an hour on Wednesday night about what you're dealing with. Have your ducks in a row. Be ready, because I literally have just an hour. When that hour's up, I have to leave the call because I have to go somewhere. There's another way to do this, that you can teach somebody else how to do this. You can keep in line with somebody, make sure they're following up, make sure they're aware of things. You don't have to have this encompassing your whole life and taking over your life. It's the difference between like an hour every Wednesday, and make sure you set that up to where you have to shut it down. Like you have something else to do. You have to walk away. Don't give yourself the ability to like, strengthen it or lengthen it out. But it's the difference between an hour a week versus like, it's like something I'm doing in like 2 to 3 hours a day. It could be that all encompassing. Like I just seen this happen before, where somebody like does a little bit in the morning, checks on things during the day, does a little bit at night, and this has become a thing where they do every day, and they're that involved in it because it became all encompassing. 1 hour a week when you need to, or however you've decided that should do, versus like 2 to 3 hours daily. I'm just saying one of them is going to take up a lot more of your time and keep you from doing what you want more. The study card, you can teach them. I don't know why I needed to show that, but there you go. I mean, it was there, but this whole thing, what do you want? The whole thing. These last 2 cards, I feel like this is redundant, but in case I'm missing something, no matter what way, this is great. No matter what way, it's not funny. No matter what way it plays out, you're not going to be totally happy with it. Sorry. I don't mean to be that way, but I feel like a brat because I'm saying it. There's no like, oh, this has worked out great. There's either it sucked in a lot of my time and I didn't really want to be that deep into this, but here I am, or I'm kind of managing it from the outside just very little, and every now and then you're going to be like, if I just step in there, I could just do it right. And that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but it's better to not do that. If you're on the outside, stay on the outside. You probably will. But I feel like they're saying neither direction is going to be totally satisfying. It's just which direction brings you more happiness. That's all. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.